again, welcome back, and today we're going to do something special, because on Saturday the 5th, Saturday the 5th of November, we went through 636 subscribers. Now, 636 seems a bit of a weird number, but if you have a real thing for motorbikes, you will know that 636 is a number when Kawasaki went mad and they made the B1H, the Kawasaki ZX-6R 636 B1H, the bike you see on the screen right there. Now, I think it is an absolutely iconic bike. It is a bike that I lusted after very much when I was a younger man in the early 2000s, and it was just the bad boy 600, an extra 36 cc's. I mean, what is it? Just over 5% more capacity, but it made all the difference. They were grungy, they were fast, they were naughty, they were angry. They were just all sorts of things. So, a subscriber, more specifically Speedy Gone Frog Legs, got in touch and said 636 subs, maybe it's time for a bike special, and I had no clue what he was talking about, so let me not pass this off as my idea, because that is not what it is. It's not my idea at all. It was Speedy's idea, and he said dealer's choice. I just figured something with 636 cc's. Now, I know you like a bit of Kawasaki action, Speedy. I do. So I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do a 636 Kawasaki, it has to be the original one. It has to be the B1H. So I spent most of Saturday evening and most of Sunday recording all this and editing up and doing what we're doing. So, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to run the World Rookie Cup event in the Stock League. Now, this bike isn't actually eligible for that championship, so if we go to single race, we can make it a 19 AI riders, we can set the time and everything else same, and that's what I tend to do, because 19 riders is much more fun than 11. The only problem is that ZX-6R, when it's fully tuned, has got a performance rating of S807. Voila. Now, I looked about and I thought, do I use the 2019 model? No, not really. And I wanted to use this, so I went into the customization menu, had a look about, see what I could do, and I thought, right, if I muck about with it and get it down to $799, so it's in the middle tier, then everything will be hunky-dory. And we did that. We used engine tuning level 2 or level 1, the middle level. We put the middle level of brakes on it, and we put stock wheels, and that put it down to S799. So after a little bit of mucking about, I wanted the suspension, I wanted the pipe, I wanted to be able to adjust things. So after a little bit of mucking about, we got it down to S799, and in all honesty, I wasn't expecting very much. I didn't think it would be particularly fast. It's a detuned 600, so any advantage it had at 636cc we've just took off it, because all the other bikes are tuned up. However, she goes really well. The first race was at the Nurburgring on the Mullenbachschleife. What a name, the Mullenbachschleife circuit, which is a horrible, tiny, little twisty circuit. The bike had a weird tune. I'm not quite sure what I'd done with it. I hadn't used it for a long time. So I went in, did my usual 2 and 8, graduated the gearing. No 600 needs to do 180 miles an hour, so we set the gearing down a little bit, and we ran soft tyres. And we were up against 998s, we were up against all sorts of stuff that should really have absolutely walloped this ZX-6R left, right and centre, and it was not, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't easy. It was carnage, people falling off. I'm on the grass, I'm trying to avoid people. There was a fair few restarts. We're not going to go through them all, we'll just go through the 2 that give you a little bit of an example of how much carnage was ensuing. But yeah, I'm taking them off, they're taking me off. It's 3 laps, it's a tiny little circuit. We were doing 40-second laps in the race. We did time attack it, but we'll cross that bridge at the end. So for now, 3 laps, Mullenbachschleife, enjoy. And we're done. Now that, well, it was a little fast and furious, wasn't it? It's absolutely mental, that track. 1000cc naked bikes on there are absolutely nuts. You're never going to win by much. The AI are all over the place. The sharp left-hand turn after that S-bend, is it the Schumacher S? After that S-bend, nightmare. So, time attack. I've already gone second with the Rivali 800. I've not done the videos for that yet. So, I wasn't convinced that it was going to do anything. We did 18 laps in total. The 17th lap was the fastest. Now, I will probably do track guides because I don't want to give you any spoilers, but it's gone quite fast on tracks that aren't necessarily tracks that people would do guides on and bits and bobs. So we'll get the guides done, but oh my god, this track was driving me insane. Yeah, the Schumacher S up through here. You go third, you go fourth. This corner here is disgusting, absolutely disgusting. There's a bump on the way and the bike always slides about. Then you get annoyed, then you headbutt the barrier, then you drive through the gravel, then it spits you out to the left and you ride up the curb and into the gravel trap on the left hand side there. So all in all, it's a very, very fiddly, awful, nasty lap, but beating the Rivali and going to second, I mean, what, we're 1.3 tenths of a second behind first place. Can I go quicker? I don't know. I'm probably not going to try. I say that and I always go back and try again. Race 2, we went to Okayama Piper circuit, 3 laps. Yes, it's wet, however, with no traction control and a fairly grunty 600, it does like to slide about a little bit. It's nice to learn bike control, bits and bobs, but again, it was a little bit sticky. There's just people falling off left, right, and centre. Yeah, 19 riders on these short, well, 20 riders including me, but 19 AI riders on these circuits is rather busy. So, race 2, Okayama Piper, 3 laps, wet conditions, no traction control. Oh wow, this thing, it just loves to slide about. No, we didn't win, but it's not all about the winning, it's just about having fun. We just didn't get a good enough start. I mean, look what we're up against. RSVR, V4R, so 1000cc V4, 1000cc F4, Monster 1200. There's some heavy hitting bikes. Time attack wise, we'd gone inside the top 10 and a GSX-R 750. I'd kind of had a look for another 2004 ZX-6R, but there weren't any, well, none that I could find, and I got fed up of looking in the end. We went and did a lot of laps again. We did 14 laps. We ended up doing a 50.1, which was about three and a bit seconds quicker than we went in the race. We went to dry conditions. Obviously I'm not going to try and time attack it in the wet, but yeah, the bike, bear in mind we're still on the 2.8 setup. I haven't changed the setup since I banged a 2.8 in it, so it was just nice. It is quite bumpy. Okiarm pipe it again. I might do a little track guide. Again, you've seen the result, but I might do a track guide with braking points and bits and bobs. But yeah, nice bike, likes the track. This corner, turn 3, very difficult. You come out in first or second, then you're straight into another 180 degree uphill hairpin. That's a mouthful. And then this is a really nice corner if you get it right. Really nice. Turn 5. You've just got to tip in at just the right point, and then you're on the brakes, dab the brakes, get on the gas straight away, and it'll just slide out of here down the back straight. But again, loads of laps, loads of pushing, and getting very frustrated that I couldn't set a quick enough time. And we ended up beating my time on the GSX-R and went second again. 3 tenths, 2.5 tenths, 2 3/4 tenths. I mean, Meerkat's top, so the chances of him beating him are very slim, especially on a 2004 ZX-6R, but we might give it a go. Event 3 was a time attack at VIR South. Dry conditions, again plenty of laps, 17 in total. 17th lap was the fastest. Another awkward little track, very awkward. Couldn't quite get the turning points right. I've been riding a lot of naked bikes which respond a lot better. I was missing braking points, the bike was sliding about, we were across the grass, we were just losing time all over the place. We did get a decent lap, like I say, lap 17, but look at this, out of the way of this corner, I'm not off the track, penalty, next lap invalid. Oh, it drove me insane. The number of times I ran wide out of that corner, got on the gas at just the wrong time, and lost the lap and lost the next lap, so we're restarting laps all over the place. So 17 laps completed, but I must have had 35-40 goes before we got those 17 laps. I quite like the track. It is a bit fiddly. There are no real braking markers on half the corners, so it's just trial and error. You've got to work out where you are. But again, we didn't make any changes, no changes to the bike whatsoever. Medium front, soft rear, and it was just a case of stringing every single sector, every single corner together to put it in the right place to get done what we needed done. This corner is a particular pain in the arse because it's a blind entry over a little crest and then it tightens up on you. I was running through in second, I ended up running through in first. You've got to watch the bumps on the exit as well because it'll try and spit you off. Then you're tipping into this really quick left-hander. I'm running no wheelie control as well. Zero wheelie control, so it was trying to just wheelie all over the shop. It must be those 36 cc's making all the difference. We did finally get a really good run out the last corner, and we went across the line. We did 106.568, which, again, after much frustration and much mucking about, we ended up in third. Again, 0.4 of a second, which I'm just genuinely amazed that this bike does not feature more in the leaderboards in the top 10, top 20. It's a very quick, very usable bike. Next race, Tsukuba, 3 laps, dry weather. This event is fantastic if you just want bang, quick races, 3 laps, different tracks, go and do some carnage, mega. 3 laps, Tsukuba circuit in the dry. I am not a massive fan of this circuit. I like the circuit as in I like the place and I like racing around it. I'm just not very good. So yeah, this will be interesting. Yes, the overtake was filthy. No, I don't care. No, Speedy, I'm not interested if you report me to the stewards because, well, I'm just not bothered. But there you go, we won that one as well. Yet again, we did go testing. We did a 55.5 in the race, a la that. I was already 18th on a Street Triple RS. Again, I had very little faith that I was going to be able to beat a Street Triple RS. It's more wieldy, it's got better suspension, it's got bigger bars, it's got more power, it's got more torque. We did 8 laps, fastest lap on lap 3, 54.555. Yeah, front tyre temps. This circuit is incredibly hard on front tyres. You can pretty much leave the rear. I mean, engine brake, we're running engine braking 3 all the way throughout this, but we'll come to that at the end. But yeah, it just annihilates front tyres. You're either on the side of the tyre accelerating or you're on the brakes before you go into a big turn. There's no real small corners. They're all at least 70, 80, 90 degrees. Most of them are 140, 50 to 180 degree corners. Yeah, very, very, very hard on front tyres. You've got to be patient on the gas as well. If you pick the throttle up too early, even though the corners are banked, you're going to run wide, you're going to gravel. But again, the ZX-6R 636 was absolutely mega. It had just the right amount of slide and movement. It would carry speed into the corner, through the corner, out the corner, slide about, just move. Just really, really, really good. Not quite as good a result on the leaderboards on this one. We only went 10th, but again, some big chunky motorcycles in front of us. Again, Meerkat's top and a 53.8. That is a quick time. That is a really, really quick time. And the last race. The last race. Now, I like Cadwell Woodlands. It's quite an interesting circuit. This, if I was gonna do anything on the leaderboards, this was the one I want to do on the leaderboards. But race-wise, again, it's another tight, twisty circuit. You've got the jump, you've got a very, very tight 180 degree hairpin straight off the end of the start-finish straight. So, yeah, this, well, it's the last race, and it's probably more carnage than this one than the rest of them all put together. Bit of a block pass down into the first turn, but on a scale of 1 to dirty, dirty being Tsukuba, it was only a 4 or a 5, so it wasn't too bad. Again, big hitters, super dukes and stuff like that. You can change the settings to run the same class or the same bike or whatever you want, so yeah, I just tend to leave the game to sort out what it wants. We were already second, again on the Street Triple RS, 39.8, top time 39.5. I must admit I went a bit mad In fact, I went really mad. We did nearly 40 laps, 39 laps. We did a 39.4, which means, yes, we did go top. This was the one that I wanted, and this circuit, having done it on this, I think if I went back with the street triple, I think I could probably go faster. I would just have to muck about. It's all in the compression and rebound settings on the rear shock. Get them right, and you can get this sequence of corners right. Turn 2, turn 3, and then up the hill, you've got to fire forwards rather than up. And if you run too high a compression and rebound setting, it fires it up. It like the spring like boings, and it fires you straight up. You don't want it to fire up too fast. You want it to stay low, and it will shoot you forward. And it took me a fair old while. So we did make a bit of a tweak to the rebound and compression setting on the rear, and I think we dropped the front preload 1 click as well. But yeah, 39 laps around that place, just continuously lapping, falling off, and that's 39 complete laps as well. That doesn't include the times we fell off. But yeah, there we go, 39.4, so 1/10 of a second, and I'm ecstatic with that. That circuit is very difficult. You've got to be very precise. Again, if I haven't done one already, I will do a track guide for it. Setup wise, there it is in all its glory. Give it a go. Let me know what you think. Use it as a base, so depending on how you ride and what you want to do. I ran medium and soft tyres throughout. Just give it a go. Pros, it's quick for a 600, well 636. It's got just enough power to like move the bike about and slide it, and it's a B1H. It's iconic. We had a chat about that at the start. Cons, it needs detuning to S799, so you're not using its full potential. It's slow to turn because of the stock wheels, and it's pretty much forgotten. Unless you are of a certain age, 40 odd years old, you will not give that a second glance, because it just means nothing to you. It's just an old shonky Kawasaki, but it isn't. Electronic settings, anti-wheeler was either 0 or 1, engine braking on 3 throughout, and I never even touched the traction control, just left it off, and we use soft or medium tyres, and the bike will just do it. It'll run whatever track you want. Obviously longer circuits, you're going to lose a bit of tyre heat, but as long as you run the engine brake and everything else, you'll be absolutely fine. And that's it. So 636 subscribers, thank you very much. 636 cc's, again, Kawasaki, absolutely mint. I know it's not green, but I only had a blue one. I've bought another one now, a green one, and that's running 807. So the green one will be 807, and that'll just be 799. But there you go. Thank you very much. Don't forget to leave me some comments, some likes, some feedback, and whatever you want. And fingers crossed, I will see you next time. Take care, stay safe. Peace.